Better Markets works every day to restore the layers of protection between the hardworking families on Main Street and the riskiest activities on Wall Street. There are about 6,500 banks in the United States. Only about 25 or so have more than $100 billion in assets. And those are the banks, the really big ones, that pose the threat to the American people and our economy. After the Great Crash of 1929 and the Great Depression of the 1930s, policymakers put in place layers of protection between the high-risk activities on Wall Street and the hardworking families on Main Street. Those layers of protections actually worked very well for 60 or 70 years until Wall Street and its allies began a deregulatory frenzy that led to ultimately taking down the most important protections put in place after the Great Depression, and that laid the groundwork for what became the 2008 crash and the economic calamity that it caused. That economic wreckage is going to cost the United States more than $20 trillion. So there's a massive diversion of the country's wealth and economic resources from the priorities like education, the environment, health care, poverty, inequality. That's why financial reform is so important. We have to make sure that never happens again. But together with our allies, including many in the financial industry, Better Markets fights every day to hold Wall Street accountable. We're fighting for pro-market, pro-growth policies because we need a financial sector that works for the entire country, that supports our economy and is not a threat to it. We do that by being a counterweight to Wall Street, its lobbyists and allies in Washington, D.C., from the courts to the regulatory agencies to Congress to the executive branch. Better Markets fights for Main Street and the public interest. With your support and engagement, together we can counter the might, money, and influence of Wall Street and the too-big-to-fail banks, which keep trying to bend policy, law, and regulation their way, while we're trying to push back to bend them your way in your interest. And together, we can do that.